Ladies and gentlemen, we want you to stand and we want you to make some noise.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's go racing here at Knoxville.
Only the best go three abreast.
It is showtime at Williams Grove Speedway.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here at Eldora Speedway, it's showtime!
You got them for a breath. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the world of outlaws.
It's time to sit back, relax, and enjoy because, ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime!
Set to do battle for 30 laps. The green flag is waving.
Hello again. It is MRN's Wing Nation, presented by Hercules Tires, right on our strengths, and by Grunt Style. We are so glad you joined us talking sprint car racing, our favorite time of the week. Erin, Evernham, and Steve Post, thanks for joining us here on the Motor Racing Network. Our Sage Fruit guest list today, well, we have AJ Flick, got that career first win at Port Royal, and Tim Shaffer rolled to 2 victories with the Articat All-Star Circuit of Champions. So great stuff along the way and big fun along the way as well. As I mentioned, Erin Evernham alongside. And Erin, while, everyone's all fired up about Pennsylvania and everything coming up this weekend, World of Outlaws on the West Coast for some late night racing.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm not going to, I didn't make the features.
No, I didn't make them. I watched the highlight packages as far as that goes. And some good stuff out there. They've got a race tomorrow night. So in Oregon, Willamette Speedway. So can't wait for that tomorrow night. And maybe I'll stick around and see if I can stay up for it. I'm going to try.
One night I didn't make it through the anthem. One night I didn't.
I don't know how long I made it. I didn't get much in, that's for sure. The night that I was up late was the night at the end of Darlington, the night they didn't race. Like Sunday night, I got home at 1:30. I'm like, I wish Dirt Vision now, because when I get home from a race, I'm keyed up.
Yeah.
And it's like, we don't have Dirt Vision now because we didn't have one. So, well, it is what it is. Hey, let's take a look at our Classic Ink screen printing and embroidery hot topics. Yes, hashtag still winning. Sammy Swindell's having maybe the best year he's had in 5 years.
Incredible.
I mean, this time it was the Lake Ozark Speedway 360 Nationals. It was the full-blown Lucas Oil ASCS National Tour. Won Saturday night, and he won $10,000 on Sunday night.
51 cars. Yeah,
51 cars, and he whooped them. He whooped
Shocker.
them. Yes. Speaking of big 360 Nationals, we talked to this guy last week, the Jackson Motorplex 360 Nationals, $10,000 to Jack Dover.
Yeah.
Great race up there, too.
Must make we had him on Thursday.
Yeah.
Might be a thing.
Good luck charm.
Yeah.
Good luck charm. So Jack Dover picked up the win with our friends at Jackson. Yesterday, it was the annual fair race at Port Royal, and Erin Reitzel grabbed the victory.
Yeah.
Reitzel is rolling. He's going to join us Thursday on our Wing Nation Weekend Preview Show, presented by Hefner Racing Products. We'll preview the Tuscarora 50. How about Brian Monteith? Won his 6th of the season, his 61st career win at the fabulous Lincoln Speedway, and now he is a 7-time champion. Pretty good stuff.
Yeah, that's very impressive.
Pretty good stuff for the Edge, that's for sure. And, hey, I just saw this one as well. The 6th annual Race Saver Nationals, this at Eagle Raceway, 101 305 teams rolled in. Pretty cool stuff, isn't it? They did not have a picture-perfect weekend as far as weather goes. In fact, they battled the rain all weekend long. Kevin Ramey. He is the national point leader for the 305s, the Race Saver Series, and he picked up the win at Eagle Raceway. And again, they rained out Saturday, ran in and out of the rains, thunderstorms on Friday nights. They had one of those weekends that's a nightmare. But they got through it, and 101 cars showed up. And Kevin Ramey is your Race Saver Nationals champion from Eagle Raceway. So there you have it, your Classic Ink screen printing embroidery hot topics. Classic Ink screen printing for all of your hats, for all of your towels, for all your hoodies, for your T-shirts, for everything you need, they have it. For your race team, for other sporting teams, maybe youth leagues, also corporate events, they've got you covered, and you can find out more at www.classicinkusa.com. His hashtag his Twitter name is Complete Chaos. Yes, Complete Chaos. AJ Flick, he joins us next.
The American Sprint Car Series is back for its 27th year. Whether you're catching the Lucas Oil ASES National Tour at tracks like Williams Grove, Skagit Speedway, Knoxville Raceway, Lucas Oil Speedway, or any of the 6 regional tours across the United States, you'll find the ASES Nation racing at a track near you. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram today. Then see the full schedule, track-by-track history, updates, and more at ASCSRacing.com.
Looking for custom racewear and embroidery? Do you want your race fans to represent your race team with trendy original apparel? Contact Classic Ink USA, the new standard in custom screen printing and embroidery, located in Greater Pittsburgh. Classic Ink USA's professional staff utilizes state-of-the-art facilities to transform your ideas into an attractive wearable piece. From custom track swag racewear to trendy quick crew wear, Classic Ink handles it all. Find out how you can get started. Contact Classic Ink USA screen printing and embroidery at the track and on your back.
Grunt Style. The American fighting spirit is in everything we make. We are 500 patriots and veterans strong, bringing clothing manufacturing back to the United States of America. Always moving forward, never retreating, never giving up. We are Grunt Style, and this we'll defend. Get yours at gruntstyle.com.
This is Tony Stewart. You're listening to Winged Nation on MotorRacingNetwork.com.
We are having a ball. We're glad you joined us here. It is MRN's Wing Nation, presented by Hercules Tires, right on our strength. Let's get right to it. The Weld Racing Hotline is active today, and joining us fresh off from a trip Saturday night to Victory Lane at the Speed Palace. Complete chaos on Twitter, but AJ FlickOS joins us. Hey, AJ, welcome back to Wing Nation.
Oh, man, it's an honor to have me back on. Thank you, guys. I love coming on. I love speaking with you.
Well, we love talking with you, and we especially love it, AJ. Over the last couple of years as we've chatted, we've talked about your desire, your passion, your grit to get over to Port Royal as much as you can. Your work over the last couple of years paid off. You won it on Saturday night. What does it mean to you? What's it like to be a winner at the Speed Palace?
Oh, man, it's just a dream come true. I remember when I first started getting into sprint car racing back in 2014, and I was going to college up at Penn State. Port Royal was only about 30 minutes from there, so that was one of the tracks that I actually hit, and I'd go and see the Whiteherd, and anytime I had a chance to get out there and watch the Tusky before it was a 50,000 to win show, it just meant a lot, and it's one of the first central PA tracks that I truly focused on, and probably one of the ones that I got to see the most, maybe besides Williams Grove, and just the roar of the cars down that front straightaway, and just the name the Speed Palace with that massive wall in turn one, that place has always meant something to me. And even when we haven't been in an interview, I've always told you that there's no quitting myself, no quitting my team. And I kept telling you we were going to keep working at it, and we still have a long way to go, but to get one, it meant a lot. And the people we beat just made it even better.
You mentioned the people that you beat. I think specifically might be talking about the 69K car. AJ, at some point in the race, Lance got by you. You're kind of saved by the caution it came out. What was it like going back green knowing that car was starting right behind you?
To be honest with you guys, I told everybody at Port Royal in the interview that I was so confident he was going to beat us that it just relaxed me. And I figured I was fighting for second place. I wasn't too concerned about it. I mean, I hadn't even gotten onto the front straightaway at that point. I know we had showed some speed, but everybody there is just so impressive. They're so talented. They're so good. Everybody has so much experience and so many laps. And I was so confident that he was just going to drive by me with clean air on the bottom and do his Lance DeWeese, Donnie Kreitz thing and pull away from me. And I mean, I just kept driving, and I figured he was saving something, maybe to reach lap traffic again. And we started getting the 2 to go, and it was the longest 2 laps of my life. I never saw the 69K again, and my feet were just shaking. My right foot was shaking on the throttle pedal down the front straightaway.
That's amazing.
That's awesome
absolutely amazing along the way. It really, truly is. AJ, you've really put a lot of effort. We know you've had a lot of success this year. You're enjoying a really good season over at Lernerville. But what's the effort that you've put in to get over to Port Royal over the last couple of years? What all have you guys gone through building the team, building the speed, getting there? What all has that been like for you to make the journey over virtually each and every Saturday night?
I mean, there's a ton that goes into it. The main issue with myself and my team is just that we came into sprint car racing in 2014 from nothing. My dad ran modifies, my grandfather ran late models, I ran street stocks, so we jumped into 410 sprints and we knew nothing. So our success today was dependent on the help that we received up until this point and even in the future. Jack Soderman, Greg Hodnett, Lance DeWeese, Donnie Kreitz. I mean, I went to their seminars the first year, and Danny Dietrich's helped us as well, and we were able to beat him, and he gave me massive fist pumps down the back straightaway. There's so many people that I'd like to thank, and Tim Shaffer, everybody that we've ever been able to talk to has been able to help us and guide us and kind of cut our learning in half a little bit. And everybody talks about the racing family, and the racing family truly is a different family, and everybody's so respectful. They're so nice. The community's just one that you'd love to be a part of. And we spend so much time trying to focus and make the car better, and everybody drives different. So no matter what you hear, you always have to take it with a grain of salt and compare it to how you would do it. And over the past few years, we've been heading out to Port Royal. It's a 3-hour drive home, 3-hour drive back, so it takes a toll, but we learn so much, and a lot of it is just me getting comfortable riding against the fence up there and watching somebody like Hodnett when he passes me, or DeWeese and Dietrich and Stisney and all those guys, and to see where they run, how they set the car. I mean, there's so many things, and I'm able to compare it where I'm losing speed, where I need to gain speed, stuff like that. And we beat David Gravel in a heat race earlier this year there, and went from 23rd or something to 11th for the White Dirt race. So we've been showing improvement, and Dan Musselman with Maxim has helped us out an immense amount. There's just so many people I'd like to thank, but it's just a constant effort to continuously get better, and we never quit. And like I said, we still have a long way to go. I'm savoring this moment on Saturday because I don't know when it's going to happen again, and I'm not going into Friday or Saturday to Tusky thinking it's going to be easy. You got some of the best drivers in the world coming into this race, and I just basically got to be prepared. Never quit working, man.
Man, that's awesome stuff. AJ, you kind of just hit on it, but how much you talked about how much you've learned, but you go back to Lernerville, you've got 6 wins this year. Just talk about what it's like to race against different people, like you just mentioned, and learn different things, and then to go back and race kind of at home, and you've been pretty dominant.
Yeah, I mean, it's a totally different atmosphere, and you're racing against a lot different drivers too. But you're able to kind of transcend things from one track to another, and it's definitely helped me. Lernerville, obviously, no fence around it from turn 1 to turn 4. So I've never had too much of a concern driving the top on there. Sometimes I've gone over the hill, learning and whatnot. But riding the fence at Port Royal, if you make a mistake, you're stuffing it in the fence. So that can be costly. Basically, I've gained more confidence in myself and in the car and how we've been able to set it up running at Port Royal, that it's given me a lot more confidence to run the edge at Lernerville this year. And we've got 6 wins there this year, and we've been very fast, and I've run the top there better than I ever have before. And we went to Sharon Speedway, ended up getting beat by some guy named Dale Blaney, but I ran the fence up there better than I ever have before. And, I mean, it was like a light and day kind of thing. I'd never been better than 15th at Sharon on that slick track just because I was never comfortable up against the fence. But everything we learned at Port Royal, learned at Lernerville, we continue to take it to different speedways, and we continue to get faster. And we showed so much speed this last half of the season. Man, I don't want the season to end, but I do, because I got so many things I want to change to try and make ourselves better for next year.
Exciting times, that's for sure. Punctuated with an exclamation point, with a trip to Victory Lane, and still a lot more racing to go, and some big events coming up along the way. AJ, we've loved chatting with you over the last couple of years, and I'm telling you, Saturday night when I watched on Race Monitor and saw you cross the line at Port Royal, I probably did a little fist pumping myself. It was really, really neat. Congratulations on the win. Best of luck this weekend at Port Royal and on throughout the balance of the season.
Thank you guys very much. I just want to give a shout out to everybody that's ever helped us, everybody that came and thanked me in the trailer afterwards, including the sponsors and the crew, Fence by Maintenance Service, Ferguson Heating and Air Conditioning, my entire family, and everybody that supports me. I wouldn't be able to do this without them, and Saturday was literally a dream come true, and it means a lot, and it just makes me want to keep working that much harder to make it happen again.
Hear, hear. Sounds good. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
How about that? AJ Flick. You know, that's the thing I love about racers. You're like, man, I worked my whole life to get that one win, and all it does
fires you up.
just drives you crazy to get win number 2.
Yeah.
Never satisfied. That's a great story. We talked to AJ years and years ago. He won his first Lernerville championship. His story is interesting. He talked about his dad and his grandfather, and I forget which one is which, but his dad is a modified champ at Lernerville. His grandfather is a late model champ at Lernerville, and he's a sprint car champ.
They've got all of them covered.
Yeah, so great stuff. Great chatting with AJ Flick. All right, we're going to step away. When we come back, we're going Aliquippa on everybody. Yeah, Tim Shaffer, he joins us next.
The National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum is proud to open the Brian Clausen Suite Tower in 2018. Located next to the museum, it's a testament to the sprint car community's commitment to honor Brian Clausen's legacy while helping the museum sustain financial stability into the future. To donate to the Brian Clausen Suite Tower and help cover construction costs, visit bcforever.com or call the museum directly at 800-874-4488. Bring your friends by the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum next time you visit Knoxville.
Aggressive Hydraulics, where we engineer the cylinders that move your business. We specialize in designing and manufacturing purpose-built, application-specific hydraulic cylinders with superior precision and performance, making OEM products stronger, crafting cylinders that operate on a global basis in a wide variety of industries and applications. Get aggressive with your cylinder challenges. AggressiveHydraulics.com.
Sage Fruit is a high-quality grower, packer, and shipper of Washington State apples, pears, and cherries. Sage Fruit believes in sprint car racing. Sage Fruit has been a proud sponsor of sprint cars for the last 15 years and a proud partner of Wing Nation for the last 3 years. We love sprint car racing, and we are there for our sprint car fans. Sage Fruit works hard to deliver an exceptional eating experience. We value our relationship with sprint car fans and appreciate your continued support of Sage Fruit. Ask for Sage Fruit at your local grocer.
Hi, I'm Rico Aber, and you're listening to Wing Nation on MotorRacingNetwork.com.
It is MRN's Wing Nation, presented by Hercules Tires, right on our strength. The Weld Racing Hotline is busy today, that is for sure. Joining us now, fresh after not one, but 2 wins on the Articat All-Star Circuit of Champions, one Friday night at Attica and Wayne County on Sunday night. We're going to Aliquippa, Pennsylvania. Tim Shaffer's on the line. Hello, Tim. Welcome back to the show.
Hey, how you doing? Thanks for having me on.
Well, we are doing well. It's kind of a dumb question. You won twice this weekend. How are you doing? You pretty content with the speed? Pretty content with everything you got right now, Tim?
Oh, definitely. It's amazing how things get turned around. So, yeah, started out the beginning of the year pretty good, and then mid-season kind of struggled, and then things were falling back together. Pretty awesome.
Tim, talk about winning, was it Sunday at Wayne County? It was the Pete Jacobs Memorial Race. Cody's obviously a crew chief, and it was his birthday. Talk about what it's like as a driver to give your crew chief something emotional like that.
Oh, it's awesome, and a lot of times things don't seem to go right for you them nights, but boy, that night everything fell in place. Driver even sat up the seat. The car was super nice, too.
For sure. Yeah, absolutely. Tim, you talked a little bit about it. We talked earlier in the year, and you were just rolling. And then you did hit that summer stretch where you kind of moved back to the field a little bit. As a guy that's been through this before, you've been through the highs, you've been through the lows, you've been at the top of the mountain, and you've struggled, scratch your claw out of the valley, if you will. When you get into a period where you're struggling to find things, what's the mindset? What's that like? Do you ever think, well, this thing was working, but maybe it's not? What's the mindset when you're going through times like that?
Well, it drives you nuts, no doubt. You doubt yourself, you doubt everything you're doing because the stuff you did in the past, it's not working anymore, and you got to keep figuring things out. It gets so frustrating. I think we all get stubborn, and things we've done in the past and that worked, it's not working anymore. So we got to go out on that limb and figure out what we need to do.
You said after the races this weekend that recently you guys stumbled upon some things that seemed to be obviously working, getting you back in victory lane. Along those same lines, the postman's asking, how difficult is it mid-season to try new things? Like, you don't really want to go too far off your base setup or whatever. You don't want to be way off, but you need to try stuff because you're struggling. Talk about how that works.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like I said, I go back to we're so headstrong on stuff we've done in the past. and you won't get away from it, because you've been successful with it. And it is so tough to do things because we're also competitive. You got to keep the people you're the people you're driving for happy. So you're so scared and worried all the time about looking like a fool or not doing well. So you try to do the best educated guess as you can throughout the night on what you need to do for the feature, and it's just it's a mental game, no doubt about it. If you can keep your cool with the trick, I always felt you keep your cool and just do the basic stuff and do throughout the night the little things that matter and that are to the right direction, to be successful.
That is probably advice that a lot of people need to hang on to. That is for sure as we roll along. So, great weekend in Ohio, picking up the win, like you said, Friday night at Attica and Sunday night at Wayne County. You're getting ready to go into a hornet's nest. You're going to race for a lot of money this weekend as well, Tim. Momentum headed into Port Royal. I understand tracks are different. Competition's going to be through the roof and everything like that. But how do you feel going into this weekend's Tuscarora 50?
Oh, definitely. Definitely better than we was last week. But it's going to be it's always tough out there. But, we're going to have Charlie Garrett's engine in, and we're really getting on our game, and that place, gets slick. You got a lot of great cars out there that get around that place pretty good. And really, at the end of the day, I've never won there. And that's definitely one of my goals. And feel like we get a package together like we did this weekend, we have a legit shot at it.
Tim, we talked to Lance DeWeese after the race last year. He talked about conserving the tires, 50 laps, like Knoxville is, but Knoxville you can put on a new right rear halfway. I believe at the Tuscarora 50 you don't have that option. How do you approach that race as a driver? You can't really just go all out if it's dry, slick. I mean, you really have to think about tire conservation.
Oh, big time. And I love them long races, and I love that you don't get to change tires there because it does put it in the driver's hands a little bit more. You can be aggressive, but not so aggressive. But when you get your car right and get it good, you can not per se cruise control, but you could maintain your speed where you're not ripping tires apart, and still basically keeping up and try to save your tires for later.
It is. It's quite the challenge. It really is. But a fast race car is certainly a good starting point. I know Cody is going to be working to give you that this weekend. Tim, congratulations on the successful weekend up in Ohio. We wish you the best this coming weekend up at the Tuscarora 50. You've already cashed a big check earlier this year at Mansfield, so why don't you go get another one there and see if you can. I think this one's $51,000.
Yes, it is. And it'd be awesome. We could. Herself, and I keep saying this over and over, but it's about putting herself in position and making the right moves for the the main event. So we've been doing that. So we got to just keep it up, and it goes back to even just qualifying, the draw, everything. Everything you got to do right. So you got to have a little bit of luck in this game too.
Well, we certainly wish you all of that this weekend. Thanks for joining us, Tim.
Thanks for having me, guys.
You got it. There we go. It is Tim Shaffer, the Steel City Outlaw. He wins that Tuscarora 50.
Oh, boy.
That little bar in Aliquippa is going to come unglued.
Yep, they'll be speaking.
They'll be speaking Aliquippa. They'll be living Aliquippa. He won that world championship race over at Mansfield, and they had a party that it may not have ended yet. And he goes over there in Pennsylvania and stomps them in the Tuscarora 50.
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you, all roads lead to Aliquippa. If you want to go to a party, you're gonna catch one there.
Yeah, Tim knows how to do that. Right.
It's phenomenal. What a great racer, and his assessment is 100% right with that race. That is a challenge.
Yeah.
That is a challenge. How fast are you at every point in that race? How good is the race car? This is the ultimate challenge, and we'll see who has it along the way this weekend. And appreciate Tim joining us. And I talk about when AJ won, I fist bump. I always get a smile on my face when I read Tim Shaffer wins. That's just hardcore racer right there, and love the success he's having. Hey, we need to step away. We've got more Wing Nation in just a moment.
For over 50 years, drivers in sprint car, midget, micro, modified, and even dirt late model have taken the checkered flag on Weld racing wheels. Legendary drivers like Joe Saldana, Carl, Mark, and Steve Kinzer, Doug Wolfgang, and countless other racers have trusted Weld racing wheels for their superior strength and lightweight construction to finish ahead of the competition. With 50 years of race-winning engineering and technology, American-made Weld racing wheels are designed and built to withstand virtually any abuse you throw at them. Weld Racing, proven speed.
Grunt style. The American fighting spirit is in everything we make. We are 500 patriots and veterans strong, bringing clothing manufacturing back to the United States of America. Always moving forward, never retreating, never giving up. We are Grunt Style, and this we'll defend. Get yours at gruntstyle.com.
Whatever you drive, wherever you go, Hercules Tires will get you there, whether you're running on dirt or running a job. Our dependable, high-quality tires are the perfect fit for your needs. For unmatched value, selection, and warranty with industry-leading road hazard protection, there's only one choice: Hercules Tires. To learn more, visit HerculesTire.com or call 800-677-9535. Hercules Tires, ride on our strength.
This is Paul McMahon, and you're watching MRN's Wing Nation on MRN.com.
Thank you, Paul. Welcome back. Erin, Evernham, and Steve Post. We were just talking during the commercial break. When you look at Tim Shaffer, I mean, he's a Knoxville champion. Of course, He won that big race at Mansfield. And there's a guy that has had every high that every driver wishes they could have, winning in Knoxville.
Yeah.
And yet he's been a journeyman driver his whole career. He gets a good deal and runs for a while and never really, to my knowledge, does anything wrong.
Yeah.
Circumstances, situations, he ends up on the outside looking in and finds another one. And this deal here, this car, was a new team when they kind of put it all together, and they've just created this car that's just spectacular.
Fast everywhere they go. And the great thing about Tim is he's always has the same composure. Like, it doesn't matter if he just won Knoxville or, we're having a beer with him. He's just Tim. He's just calm, collective, quiet.
Yeah. He's carved out just an amazing career, though. It's just and like I said, it's not like there's this one iconic era where he had a 10-year run with somebody. He just keeps going.
Yep.
And everywhere he goes, he performs. Great stuff. Always love talking with Tim Shaffer. National Sprint Car Hall of Fame birthdays, Roger Rager and Dean Jacobs yesterday. Tomorrow, Brent Kading. And Brent's going to join us Saturday on Wing Nation, presented by Sage Fruit on MAV TV. Willie Davis. Later this week, Bill Rose, Bert Emick, Jesse Hockett, Earl Hallequist, Larry Dixon, Bill Utz, Hector Hamori. Today, Dave Darlin, Steve Buckwaller, and Jackie Holmes. But Bobby Grimm would have been a birthday today. Was born in 1924 in Coal City, Indiana. Died in 1995. He was a 1992 inductee into the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame. Ran USAC Champ Cars, 66 starts, 1 win at Syracuse in 1960. But boy, it was in the IMCA Sprints. He was a 4-time champion. He drove the Black Deuce, was the car that he drove, and Offie. And man, he tore it up. 168 career sprint car wins. Every one of those was cageless. No
braver than I.
Cage. Yeah, that's it, boy. Just great stuff. And the stories of Bobby Grimm and everyone else is contained right off from turn number 2 at the Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum. You can find out more at sprintcarhof.com. And remember, their gift shop. If you're looking to buy something for somebody like me, just go to sprintcarstuff.com. That's a great place to go.
Oh, yeah. I spent some money there at the Nationals.
Oh, my gosh. I go to that place, and it's like, how am I going to get this on the plane?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
And then I bring Kate in there, and she wants every car. And I'm like,
I
mean, you got to help encourage that.
Yeah, we need shopping carts and buggies over there. We need shopping carts and buggies by the time we get done. It is crazy. It really is. We mentioned Brent Kading going to join us Saturday on Wing Nation, presented by Sage Fruit on MAV TV. Thursday, Erin Wright's going to join us on our Wing Nation, presented by Hefner Racing Products. That all a part of our Aggressive Hydraulics calendar of upcoming events. Wednesday night, tomorrow night, World of Outlaw Craftsman Sprint Cars, Willamette Speedway in Lebanon, Oregon. Dirt Vision going to have it. We'll see how they're doing. And then they're going south to the Gold Cup.
Yep.
Oh, and Pennsylvania guys are laying in the weeds for them this year. They're ready to go.
Yeah.
I know some of those guys out there, I talked to them. They're ready to, they're like, let's go. I know.
Good deal.
They're not the type that are just brash about it.
Yeah.
But they're quietly like,
Oh,
I'd like
yeah.
to see those
Yeah, a little
outlaws roll in
confidence.
about now. We got some fast cars out there.
Yeah,
some
we do.
awful fast cars in California. So great stuff. So really, really cool stuff. A lot of fun stuff going on in the sprint car world, and of course the Tuscarora 50. Hey, we appreciate AJ Flick and Tim Shaffer for joining us. But more important than all of that, thank you for joining us here today.
Wing Nation has been brought to you by Hercules Tires and by Grunt Style. Wing Nation can be found on demand at mrn.com, iTunes, Google Play, YouTube, and SoundCloud. Wing Nation is a production of the Motor Racing Network. All rights reserved.